Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. In today's episode, we've got something a little bit different, which we'll explain in a second. If you are excited to see what that is, links down below. Come follow us live on Twitch as we're currently live. Give it a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I come to you 3 days before Zaragoza, and I come to you with the statement of the league is over already. And we're going to recap why the league is over right now. And then we're going to focus our attention on a little old competition called the Champions League because we've made the semi-final of the Champions League. Now, as we currently sit here, in third, a game in hand here, and really our fights with Barcelona to see if we can nab second off them. We sit, after 33 games played, Real Madrid have won 30, drawn 2, lost 1, already on 92 points, and have scored 116 goals in the league season. Real Madrid have scored 116 goals in the league season. Real Madrid are going to get to over 100 points this season, no matter what we could have done this year, where we were never, ever winning this title. And yet again, I'm going to reiterate, there is a world where we win every trophy bar one, and Real Madrid are just too hard to topple. That is definitely the world. Saying that though, our form has been interesting, and we will recap Champions League in a second in itself. We've had a pretty good run of it. We did play Barcelona after we got knocked out in the Spanish Cup quarter-final in dramatic circumstances on stream. Absolutely dominated. XG of over 3 goals. Apparently could only score 1. Valencia didn't do much. Put their second shot on target, went in. And then from there proceeded to lose the penalty shootout where we missed all 4 chances. I don't like saying this game's scripted and going off like this, but it felt very scripted, this one, when we only had 1 million blocks, only 3 shots on target, XG of 3.5. Every chance inside the 6-yard block was blocked. And when I saw 4 penalties, including Jude Bellingham's get saved and Vera's get saved, we knew that this was one that the game just wanted us to lose. In saying that though, we then played Barcelona. We did lose 2-0 here, and this is the reason why we're probably going to finish third. Barca has started to improve, but with that too, we didn't play particularly great. Erdem is actually now playing full-time at centre-back, and the main reason is Barcelona wanted to sign him to become centre-back. He's one of those ones that you're happy to sell, but not to someone in the league. Barcelona's biggest weakness is they've still got Eric Garcia. They've got a guy called Jack Rennie. We've highlighted this in episodes. They're not good at the back. So to sell a guy for 35 million, which could have funded a new left back and leave Okafor at centre back, is something we could have done. I didn't want to do it. He wanted to stay to be an important player. He's now being cut by Germany. He is your new centre back, and Okafor does play left back. With that being said, rest of the games have been better than that Barcelona game, and we now find ourselves in the Champions League semi-final. And we've got our former side in Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund themselves, since leaving, have been fantastic. We left, they won the Bundesliga. They finished second to Bayern, but with 4 games to go, have the Bundesliga in their hands. They've still got players like Alfredo Real and Ernest and Giuseppe. So Luis Enrique, who overtook me, is doing a very, very good job there at Dortmund. With that being said, let's go and recap how we're going in the Champions League. Big thing is that Bordalo just got suspended and will miss the Champions League next round as well. Apparently we're very happy, pleased. And we got a pretty good draw in the semi-final, which will recap what the semi looks like. First things first, let's go through and see how we have gone in the Champions League. We don't give it much of a look because, to be fair, it's not part of the competition we want to win. We always seem, when we make the semi-final, always give it to you, we seem to lose. We made the final with Dortmund, we lost to Liverpool, we got pumped. Here we are. We sit here with a chance to make another final. Our issue is Real Madrid's on the other side, and Real Madrid are the best team in the world. As you can see here, we got through the group phase pretty easily. Only lost the 1 game to Spurs, where I fully rotated in that one. By the time we played Monaco, the league was over, so I went full strength against another one of my former sides. We drew PSG, and well, PSG are a good side, but actually finished 23rd, and only 24 teams got through. And to be fair, we lost 3-2 in a game where we were slightly the better side. Their team was not bad, PSG as well. Donnarumma, though, at a ripe age of 39, can't move. So most shots on target went in against Donnarumma, to be fair. He's still got good stats, but he just can't move. Mokoku's still up top for them as well. He's fantastic as well. And if you look a little bit more in depth at PSG, if we go back to Mokoku, for instance, they've got a not bad squad. Their main issue, if you look at their squad, Danny Shoot3 is fantastic. Or Regen, we nearly signed, but never did get in. Their main issue is at the back. They are okay. Like Seri's not bad, but he doesn't have the best technical. Still would take him every day. Rojas though is their other starting centre back, and like Jack Rennie at Barcelona, no technicals, air mentals, not the greatest physicals. You can pin someone on him. He is 6'4", which is pretty good. Nuno Mendes plays every game for him. He's 35. And Patterson plays every game for them, and he plays on the right. So they've got a slow, apart from one centre-back, back four. And, well, we made it pay when we played in the second leg because guess what we did? Guess what we did in the second leg? We won 5-0 and went ballistic. PSG lining up with Gedison and Patterson. Gedison having a shocker. He's okay, but he's not great, the 31-year-old. He's, again, got physicals, but not really much technicals, etc. PSG's recruitment's been a little bit weird in this save. But we went ballistic against PSG. We won 5-0. It was fantastic. We went over the moon. It was pretty good. My mate Paul telling me that he's just seen the result because I sent him a photo. But yeah, it was a cutback to Vera. We made it 1. In this game as well, I don't think we had Bellingham starting. No, we had Bellingham starting. Bellingham missed one of the games with blisters. DOPDA knocks down the Dogana, who's now our best footballer, according to the game as well, which I'll recap why that is in a second. Alberto with a ball found Dita, and Dita headed back to Acquisiero. Dogana, as you can see, Donnarumma, you're not meant to dive on his stomach, but he can't move. He just fell over. And yeah, we were all over him. The lack of pace really killed him. You could drive a semi-trailer through that gap, and Vera's just like, thank you, 4-0, and then cap it all off. I think it was Rivieri that scored the last one by memory, who now is capped for France, the young one. No, it was Vera and Kulic, that's it. Rivieri scored then against Southampton, the 5th goal against Southampton that we're about to recap by memory. Yeah, there it is. Rivieri scored 2. But yeah, 1-5-0, looked fantastic. Rivieri's now been capped by France. 3 goals in 2 games. He's going to the World Cup because it is a World Cup year. It's fantastic. Apparently got a player trait thing. Let's see what the game's saying. Encourage to play more killer balls. Yeah, you can start doing that. That's fine. Second thing I have to say is Dogana before we go into anything else. 5-star, outrageous. You guys know my stats are 15 plus, have to be more than 15 if you're considered a well-rounded, world-class player. He's got 19. There isn't a world where any more are going to get more than that. Bravery doesn't naturally grow work rate unless you keep finding players and specifically work on it. I'm working on his first touch to try and get his dribbling as close to 15 as possible. Guy's world class. Guy's playing out of his skin. Doesn't score many goals, which we've had obviously Aristobal and Tisney and the Italian Manuzzi at Dortmund, all 10s that score goals in the attacking midfielder role. He just completes games and whatever. We then drew Southampton. You might be thinking Southampton, weird side to be a drawing game, and yeah, it is. I'm just going to show you a couple players. Gussin is their key player. He's got 11 goals in 9 for England. Yeah, he's fantastic. And the other one that I'm going to show you here as well is Patrick Vieira, their captain, who is a very world-class 10. They finished 4th in the Premier League last year. They've got a lot of money generally put. Most times they're not. They don't have money at the moment, but they generally do. Dean Smith's working wonders there. And they made a good run in the Champions League. If you want to have a look at how good they are, their first game they played against PSG, they won 7-0. 7-0. So, yeah, they're a good side. But yeah, we beat them 5-2. We beat them 5-2 here. Absolutely domination. 3 goals, 6 to 13-4. I will understand that this is taking a bit long, so I won't show you all the goals. And we just played them on stream and we won 2-0. We went down to 10 men, 60 minutes in. Bardolo, even though he's 6'6" aside, he wants to handball the ball. And FM loves giving handballs a second red card. We went and played on the break, won a penalty, and Campo off the bench scored 1 with Kulic setting him up, which puts us in a very good position. So, even though we got Real Madrid coming up in the league, it's 3 days before we play Dortmund. I'm going to fully rotate. Don't care if we finish 3rd or 2nd. It's all the same to me right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut back against Dortmund at home. We're going to recap how they look in their squad and how similar it is to what it was 3 years ago when we left. And, well, we have a big opportunity to make the Champions League final. Our issue, though, if you look at the semi-final, is Juve play Real Madrid. We've already beaten Juve this year in the Champions League. Real Madrid, they pump us every time. It's a very likely scenario we get past Dortmund and we'll play Madrid in the final and absolutely cop it. Here we are, YouTube. Real Madrid, if only. Dortmund in the Champions League semi-final. I have to say, we beat Real Madrid in the lead-up. Yeah, just don't ask. I've fully rotated. It seems to beat this world-class Real Madrid side. You need to fully rotate and give up. We've fully rotated. We've given up. Madrid are already on 95 points in the league. This is why the season's over. we were 3-0 up at half-time. Don't ask me how it happened. Danny Schmidden turned into a god, and then Real Madrid absolutely killed us. Like, if you look at the data hub, somehow I'm on the Brazilian national team, I don't know how. If you go onto the data hub here, team performance, first half all us, second half all them, until the last 9 minutes. We are meant to be on 92 points right now. We're 9 points under where we should be. Massive. We're 9 goals under where we're meant to be. Sorry, but 91 goals, 9 points under. 4 points ahead of where we're meant to be. Real Madrid are 20 goals ahead and have an XG of 99 anyway. 13 points more. So there you go. It's a wild time here. We're actually tied on points with Barcelona, which is interesting, but results against teams, of course. And this makes it all a little more funny because we actually lost after winning against Zaragoza. And this just sums up our years, this result here. 22 shots, XG over 2, we conceded in the 85th minute. It just sums up what sort of year we're having. We're having a year where we can't score chances and then we just do, and we concede one late and you just lose or draw. And then our reserve side goes beat Real Madrid. It sums it up. If everything goes right for us in one season, we're going to beat Real Madrid and get 105 points. That's what's going to happen. This squad is good enough to do it. Now we focus our attention on Dortmund. Now, Dortmund are a very good side. As you can see here, they've been flying. They knocked out Manchester City, of course, as well. Man City haven't been particularly good in this save since the early part. Got through the Champions League group just about in 8th, I think, by memory. They knocked over EA Guniak just, beat 4-1, and then lost away 2-0. What this says to me is that away from home in the Champions League, they're not particularly great. They lost to EA Guniak again in the group stage at home. And the other loss was against Inter away. So my big thing is saying here at home we have to make the home advantage count, take a win to Germany and then look to hold on. That's what this is saying. We will have a look at their squad in depth as well. Now, our team's not 100% fit for this one. Our team's not 100% fit for this one, but it is pretty close. Your Dem is going to go in, and Okafor is actually going to go into there, and I am going to start in Alberto at left back, and that's because we've got Bordello suspended. Victor can make the bench here because he's slightly injured, and Kulic is there. Tim's not 100%. Alberto, just as a left back, will just do his job, and Okafor is a big enough boy to deal with crosses and can obviously score from set pieces. So that's what we're going to go with. Rest of the team, though, you know the lads. Radicic is a world-class keeper, or borderline world-class. He's very good. Quiziero's still our best player with Dogana, who is fantastic and ever developing. Bellingham and Tyrone are doing well. Bellingham starting to lose that little bit of physicality, but is still considered world-class. And Tyrone is considered elite and is only going to get them better as well. Rivieri out there on the left-hand side starting to pick it up and doing well. And Adrian Vera is an interesting one. We dragged him in the game we lost 1-0. We dragged him in the game that we won preceding against Alves. We were 0-0. He missed 2 massive chances in that game, including an easy 1-1 where he basically rounded the keeper. I dragged him to score goals. It's getting to the point with him where, he's scored 33 and 29. He's got 30 and 29 right now. But the thing is that he would have an XG of like 2 and he'll score 1 goal. We have an XG of 1 and he won't score. He's one of those that he will score 5 or 6 against a really weak side out of nowhere. And then when he does create a lot of XG, he misses a lot, which with stats like this shouldn't be the one. Right? If you compare him to our really best strikers, we're having to say Victor Roque, Alfredo Real, who we're probably playing against in Castro, who I think isn't at Dortmund anymore, may have left by memory. Those 3, if they had a chance, they buried. This guy doesn't. It's very, very, very weird to see. With 19 technique and good finishing, it shouldn't happen. Now, look, it's a big game. Dortmund are a good side, but you saw that they're very good in Germany and not great away from home. This is a team that you can see a lot of the names that we built are still here. It's basically the squad that we had. Oh my, did you see that starting 11? Let's go and have a look down memory lane, shall we? Let's go have a look down memory lane. Anton Heatley is in goals and keeping out my number 1 keeper for Brazil, and Milson. Heatley we brought in, world-class keeper, outrageous. Ernest, the right back, best right back in the game, arguably, he's still fantastic. Ramiro, they brought in to play centre back at 21, looks pretty good physical, but he's the guy we've got to get at. Julian Linden is one of the best centre backs in the world at the moment. Yeah, he's pretty good. And Giuseppe, club captain, at left back, looks fantastic. Abru playing in the hole. I actually don't mind this. We were tempted to play him in the middle of the park as well, but I think he's better at centre back. Iramoto, one of the best midfielders in the game. Marco Manuzzi alongside him, one of our best 10s that we had in the save. Look how good he is. Alfredo Real's playing on the right. Castro is still here, so there we go. Alfredo Real's on the right, Mineva's on the left, and Castro's up front. Oh, I miss this team so much. If you have a look at the bench, Ed Milson's grown into that as their backup keeper. He's fantastic. Valdo is not bad, a Brazilian left back. Asan, they just signed from Barcelona, who was formerly of Liverpool. 18-year-old there is not great. He came through my intake with a lot of stats. The Qatari there, now Muni's okay. Yeah, the bench isn't the same as what I remember. He looks decent, not a bad pickup. Thiago Carvalho, he's very, very good. It's a good pickup there. Or Gessi as well, or Sagi. We kept loaning him out, so it's good to see that they kept him. Cardozo, a Frenchman's now there as well, and they got Sorian. So a lot of like the squad that I had is not there, but that starting 11 bar one player is different from the starting 11 that I built. There you go. There you go. That is a world-class side. That Dortmund side is scary. That front three is world-class. And I think Castro's going to give Erdem a bit of a run of his money. Here we are, Champions League. At home, must win. Like, this is a must-win game for us. Anton Heatley. We made the Champions League final with this Dortmund side and they lost. If they were to beat us, I would hope they would win the final. Jude Bellingham wins. Dogana now. Finds Dida. Goes for goal, just wide. Poor touch from Dida, to be fair. Had to let it run so he could hit it across keeper. Good opening chance, though. Nothing to write home about. Here's 0-0. Next up, we get really sore. Alberto. Dogana. Alberto whips one. Cleared. Only as far as Rivieri. Bellingham. Tyrone now. Needs some help. Poor. Iramoto loves winning a ball back. Alberto now. One of the bench players that played a lot for me was Tyrone here at Dortmund. Anyway, great ball out there to Dida. Got options on the cutback here to Quiziedo. Needs to whip it. Does whip it. Vera, we lead 1-0 in the Champions League semi-final. Vera scores. Great ball win from Quiziedo, who is on a booking. We need to probably get stuck in off. We probably need to just get it off from general. We might do that from the start of next year. I'm too scared to, because it might mess up the system. But we lead 1-0 after 23 minutes. It's a great finish from Vera. And Quiziedo's there. And look, he scores when he wants to, Vera. And well, that's a great goal. We lead 1-0. We've been the better side here in terms of creating chances. They've had the ball very well. They've kept it very well. For us, it's all about not giving Castro Real Minev a chance. Or Manuzzi to drive from deep. Very surprised he's playing Mazzala. Probably playing Mazzala on attack. He should be an advanced playmaker if they pay 4-3-3. Giuseppe playing inverted wing back, I did a fair bit as well. It's a very good first half is what I am going to say. Need to see more of it second half here. Rivieri not having the best of the game. Out there on the left. To be fair, it's a game that's had not much. It's only had one shot on target, which we scored. Dogana's going to whip a ball in back stick. Dida wins a header. It's handballed by Ernest, I reckon. Rivieri had Ernest in trouble. Vera's going to have a chance on the spot for 2-0. Vera's going to have a chance on the spot for 2-0. Now, Anton Heatley is a great penalty stopper. He saved a lot of penalties for me when I was Dortmund manager. Anton Heatley, just remember me. I'm your favourite personnel guy. Let this in. Went the wrong way. Good boy, Vera. We lead 2-0 in the Champions League semi-final. We've only won the Champions League once in 16 seasons, and it was with AC Milan. This Dortmund side that I've built, that I'm currently beating 2-0, deserved to have won it the year that we played Liverpool. Liverpool had no right to beat us 4-0 that day in the Champions League final. We were fantastic. We were the best team in the world. 61 minutes played. Alberto's dead. Rivieri's not had the best of the game. We are going to make a couple of changes here. Okafor's actually going to come out to left back. And we are going to bring in Saints, who's going to go to a bit more ball playing as a covering centre-back. Laurent Rivieri's not had the best of the game. Robusti's going to come in. And I'm actually going to bring Danny Schmidden in as an inside forward against his former club. Like Tyrone and Schmidden playing against former clubs, not just myself. And he's a goal-scoring little gem. And we're going to try and get him on the right-hand side, come inside late doors, really test Ernest and see if he can find a moment here. We've been very, very good. Bellingham's not 100%. Dogana's not had the best of the game. But we're 2-0 up here. And we've been the better side. Not long left to go. It's a set piece. We're going to let this one run. Backstick ball. No one's there. Vera's going to have to sweep up. Doesn't get on that. Valdo's quick enough, the Brazilian, to go down the line. Bellingham isn't the guy you want chasing. Valdo's beaten 6 guys here. If they score from this... Thank Christ I didn't. There was no way that run should have went anywhere. Bellingham was one of the guys I was about to take off. We are going to take him off here. Just going to get him in there as... I want him to sit in. I don't like playing too deep a line playmakers, but kind of got to. Tyrone's pretty dead as well. Okafor's dead, but I don't want to take him off. Quizzieto's on a booking and he's dead. I'm actually going to get Doggin off for Petrovic, only because Petrovic could find a moment on the break. A goal for Dortmund would be a little bit detrimental, but I feel like there's a chance we could get a third. Saying that, though, that's a very professional performance from this Atletico Madrid side. We take a lead. I said we had to take a lead. Dortmund are very good at home, not the greatest away. We win 2-0 in the semi-final first leg. We put in a great performance. We're the better side, but we usually score under our XG. We scored over our XG, and well, I'm very happy with that. That's a very good performance. Part of me is almost tempted to go 4-4-2 away from home and actually try and set up shop against Dortmund. But we'll see how we go. We're going to just do this. Look, whatever. I don't care. We didn't even get one question about the game and how well we played. I more just want to see what happens in the semi-final of the second leg here, because it's Juve versus Real Madrid. We obviously don't want Real Madrid to be part of it. Dortmund had their moments but weren't great. This is the game that I wanted to stay live for. Who's in the driver's seat? Because I don't want Real Madrid in the final. I can't handle losing another final. I know we just beat him in the league, but that was like a flash in the pan. And Real Madrid are the best seed in the world. 1-1, that's not good for Juve. That is not good for Juve. Okay, guys, I'm going to see you guys though in a second. For the second leg, we lead 2-0, and we have 1 foot in the door to make the Champions League final. However, if there's anything you know about this Dortmund side, especially from my time managing them, they're fantastic at home, they can score goals, and in our run in the Champions League, we were behind, I do believe, in the semi-final, and we went and won like 3 or 4-0. So, with that being said, this Dortmund side are going to be good enough to overturn that. Let's see what happens, though. We'll find out in just a second. Welcome back in YouTube. It is time for the Champions League second leg. We've been having a bit of a chat with the Twitch screen, links are of course down below. And it is, do we line up 4-4-2, set up shot, Danny Schmidden on the break with Vera. Danny Schmidden's a big game player. We try and hit him on the break. We decided against it, and it's mainly because we know this Dortmund side so well, who, by the way, Dortmund, fair play, the AI don't do it. They fully rotated in the last game. That is not their normal side. They won 7-0 against Heidemann. Which basically gives them the title. Bayern have lost 2 of their last 3. So Dortmund have won the title again after we leave. Shows how good of a squad we built. But they rotated. We know what the issue is. Castro's 6'1" with 16 jumping reach. Our 4-4-2 forces teams wide, and we sit a bit deeper. They'll just lock balls in with Ernest and Menev into Castro's head. Secondly, they are going to have Alfredo Real at the back stick. He's 6'4". We know how good he is in the air. We've played with this team for 3 seasons. We built this team, right? So, yeah, I'm very much keen to play 4-2-3-1. And saying that, though, if this game is 0-0 and gets to the 70th minute, we go 4-4-2, we're going to set up shop for 20 minutes and pray. If this is a game that they come out there and they're dominating us like 20 minutes in and they're pumping us and we can't get out, but somehow 0-0, we leave it. In terms of the team, we did fully rotate last game out, so we are fully fit here. No one's on yellow card trouble. This is the team that could be making the final. We have an issue, though, and a big issue with that. In the semi-final, at home, Real Madrid, who we beat with our reserve side, have made the final. This is a Real Madrid side that is on 98 points in 36 games, scored 124 goals this season. A Real Madrid side that we played in the Spanish Cup final last year, we lost in a penalty shootout. A Real Madrid side that usually when we go full strength against them in the 4-2-3-1, they slap us by a few goals. So, like I said at the start of the episode, there's a big likelihood we beat Dortmund and then get absolutely pumped by Real Madrid in the final. And this will be the second out of 3 Champions League finals where I've made the final when the opposition has pumped me. We lost to Liverpool last time 4-0 in the final. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. I will say, if we make the final against Real Madrid, I'll probably set up 4-4-2 and pray that we keep them out. Saying that, though, let's go. Let's go put on a real show. Let's see what happens. Let's go out there and see what we can do. Let's go out there and see what we can do. Let's see how they're lining up. They should be back in their full strength. They are. It is Heatley, Ernest, Ramir, Linden, Giuseppe, Abru. Manuzzi's gone to the right-hand side with Miramoto on the left. Doesn't matter which way you're playing. Real, Menev, Castro. So nothing's changed. They're well class. This guy called Gago scored 1 million goals for him off the bench. I mean, he's not there. So he just scored a hat-trick and doesn't make the bench interesting. But yeah, look, that's a very good side. We know how good this Dortmund side is in Germany. because we've been here and we've done the exact same thing that they're going to try and do to us. We were the manager that got them to a final. We're the manager that made them beat Bayern Munich. We're the manager that made them this good. I'm going to tell you guys straight away, get stuck in this coming off from minute 1. Main reason is, don't want the red card. A red card still probably will happen because it's football manager, but yeah. Here we go. Not just Jude against his former side, Tyrone against his former side, Danny Schmidden against his former side as well there, Dim. And of course myself against my former side. 26 minutes played, not even a highlight. This works well for us. This works well for us. Giuseppe Quizzietto doesn't win. Menev now finds Abreu. Giuseppe again finds Linden. Good ball to Iramoto. Inside of Abreu finds Ramir, who's allowed Abreu to play in the middle of the park. That signing there from the AI. Abreu again, Iramoto. Good ball looking for Real. Okafor's a big boy. Headers straight to Castro. Should be a goal. 2-1. Here we go. This is it. This is it. This is the Dortmund that we know. They get a little bit lucky with where it falls, but Castro doesn't miss them. And just like that, Dortmund are dominating, and it's 2-1. Dortmund are dominating, it's 2-1. We have not looked good at all here. 45 minutes played. We have not looked good at all. Totally unacceptable. Almost tempted to go into it and just pray on the break. Dogana's going to go into there. Riviera's going to go into there. I am going to bring Danny Schmidt on. I am going to go 4-4-2, mainly because they have dominated that first half so much. 10 shots, 5 and 56% possession. I think we go into this 4-4-2 now. We sit and we're going to pray. Menev, they look at the height they've got back stick here. 3 guys against 1, like mark up. Menev just went for goal and scored. And just like this, we are potentially going to get knocked out by Dortmund. Menev instead went for goal. I was more worried about the 3 guys here. Menev put it top bin. Here we go. Now what do we do? They've just missed again. Now we go into this. Apparently I brought Robusti on for Laurent Riviere instead of Danny Schmidden. Well, that's a mistake. That's okay. That works out. We can still go 4-2-3-1. Need to find something. Quizzietto and Okafor are having a stinker. Edem's having a stinker. Highlight. We have not played well at all, but it's a highlight. Dogana. Poor. Real. Ernest. They go long. We need to win this one. Castro does well. Edem wins it back. Tyrone thumps. Robusti went down. He was absolutely manhandled. Michael Oliver. That's in the box. That's in the box. That's in the box. That is in the box. That is in the box. 100%. This is a penalty. This is a penalty. Vera has missed a few penalties. Anton Hinckley's a penalty saver. Vera scored last time. Vera has to score. Let's go. Straight away back into 4-4-2. Back into 4-4-2. Dogana is going to go in for Bellingham. Only because Dogana, mate, as an advanced playmaker on attack getting forward, mate, you are very, very good. Actually, send him in on attack getting forward. You're very, very good. We are going to bring Danny Schmidden on with pace. Of course we are. It's Danny Schmidden with pace. You are coming on. Tyrone's actually dead. What's Bellingham like? Bellingham's dead. I'm going to bring Petrovic in, move Doggin onto the other side, and Petrovic is going to go into there. 4-4-2. 4-4-2 it is, on the break. Here we go. We want this highlight to end as quickly as possible. If this is a goal because we're trying to make a change, I'm going to be livid. This highlight does not want to end. Okafor need to stop this coming into the box. Manuzzi, Real, can't get a tackle in. Cuts it, Giuseppe, wide, wow. All because I'm trying to make a change. Quizzietto, mate, you're sitting in as a wing-back on defend. You do not move. You do not move. We waste time. We're very frequent in our time wasting. Yes, we are. We waste time. Come on. Dita's dead, Okafor's dead, and Quisierto's dead. I don't want to make the changes. We're 10 minutes away here. We're 10 minutes away. We are going to get Campo on for Dita. Okafor for Alberto. Here we go. We're nearly there. Is there a moment for Dortmund? We're going to have a shot against Real Madrid for the Champions League yet again. We get there. It is a massive moment. Ernest found Robusti and Vera scores from the spot. We have made the final. 3-2. Dortmund did get the 2-0. Oh, we're in the final. Very well done. I don't know what we're going to do next, Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do against Real Madrid. I do not know what we're going to do against Real Madrid, but there we go. We qualified for the Club World Cup. I've actually never been in the Club World Cup before. On the save. We make the final. We make the final. We make the final. Next episode, Real Madrid UCL Final. There we go. I'll see you guys then. I don't know how we're going to beat them, but we're going to give it a crack, and that's all that matters. I'll see you guys then. Thank you, and goodbye.